Before we get started, I want to thank Big Daddy Unlimited for sending me a bunch of cool stuff recently. Sent me a couple thousand freedom seeds. You know what I'm saying? You know, freedom seeds for the big igloo. Speaking of, is anyone kind of disappointed that the Rona hasn't turned into zombies yet? Hi everyone, Donut here. It's okay that I look like a homeless person. I don't care if I look like the guy from the Warriors, that I look like a hippie and his dog, that I look like Post Malone, that I look like Florida Man, that I don't look like myself, that I look dwunk, that I look like a feral, that I look like whoever the fuck this is, that I look like John Rambo, the Aliens guy. Ah, man, my hair do be looking like that. That I look like Johnny Badass on Stranger Things. That I look like cut your goddamn hair. That I look like post marijuana loan. Because in the end, I'm going to have beautiful, flowing Brandon Herrera hair.
No.
I'm basically going to be Brandon Herrera with more capitalism and less communism. What's going on? I haven't posted a video in a while, and here's a big old Leo recap for you guys. Whoa, recap time. Crime review. Illinois, a mayor ordered police to crack down on social gatherings and they found his wife at a bar. That's an oopsie. A mayor in Illinois pleaded with residents last week to follow the state's stay-at-home laws. These are very serious times. I'm begging you to please stay at home, Brant Walker, mayor of Alton, Illinois, said in a briefing. Less than 48 hours later, police broke up a gathering at Hiram's Tavern in downtown Alton. Among those in attendance were Walker's wife. Good job, Mayor Walker. I got some good news, guys. The pandas are fucking again. A zoo has been trying to get two pandas to mate for 10 years. When coronavirus shut the zoo down, the pandas finally did. Good job, pandas. You're finally fucking to save your own species instead of being big, stupid idiots. Uh-oh, we got some bad news. They took this man's marijuanas. Man caught with rucksack of cannabis tells police, I'm buying in bulk due to lockdown. That makes complete sense, okay? Popular preacher Pat Robertson blames the coronavirus on oral sex and lady chemicals. He said, and I quote, hold on, what would his voice sound like? I don't know what his voice sounds like. I'm going to try this one. Some of these youngins are doing all kind of unnatural things with their sex organs. When people do that, they transfer all kinds of chemicals from ladies' private parts, and that's where I think the virus came from. We never had this kind of thing when I was coming up, but no one was committing oral sex back then. Oh, so blowies were just invented in the past 100 years. Gotcha. Lady chemicals causing the Rona. You know who I think caused the Rona? That bitch Carol Baskin. Even though I look like a dirty hippie, let's get serial for a minute, guys. This is a really cool story that I came across today. Modern body armor was created by a pizza delivery guy who was tired of getting shot at. How cool is that? After serving in the U.S. Marine Corps, Richard Davis opened a pizzeria off of 7 Mile in Detroit. Oh, that's why he was getting shot at. He was living the next street over from Eminem. One night, a delivery took him through the back alley and he was held up at gunpoint. Weeks later, another order came in for the same address. This time, he came prepared with a .22 revolver hidden under the pies. The same robbers tried the same stunt, but he was ready. A gunfight broke out. He took one round to the back of the leg and another grazed his temple. He managed to get all 4 shots at his attackers, leaving 2 of his 3 attackers wounded. In the weeks he spent recovering, his pizzeria was burnt to the ground. He had nothing but $70 to his name. Meanwhile, over at DuPont Labs, they had just made a breakthrough in tire technology. They were using a new, lightweight, super strong synthetic fabric called Kevlar. Davis got his hands on some of this new material and fashioned some of it together into a vest using ballistic nylon. He called it the Second Chance Vest and created it with the intentions of putting it in police hands. He worked on the vest throughout the day and tried to sell his life-saving wares to police at night with little success. He needed a bigger ploy to get their attention. What would get people's attention if you have a bulletproof vest? Something he never did, though, was test it on a human. So, what do you think he did?
It's enough to make you mad. I tell you, have the skin broken.
What a freaking mad lad, dude. Next story, a millionaire by the name of Benjamin Chin in New York got all messed up. I stepped on a cat, got all messed up on drugs, and got into his $1 million supercar and thought it was a bumper car. What happened was he crashed into a van, and then he drove down the street and hit 3 more cars before police finally arrested him. That's definitely not a $1 million car anymore. The Tampa megachurch pastor arrested after leading PAC services despite safer at home orders. He is so smart, SMRT. 500 people, despite safer at home orders, 500 people were in attendance at Pastor Rodney Howard Brown's Sunday service last week. Sheriff's Department issued a warrant for unlawful assembly and violating public health emergency rules of isolation and quarantine. You guys have probably seen this one already. I'm getting a ton of messages from people about this one. Former police officer arrested in park for throwing ball with daughter due to coronavirus social distancing rules. The police department has apologized for the arrest, calling it an overreach. No shit. In an incident caught on video, a former Colorado State Patrol trooper said he was handcuffed in front of his 6-year-old daughter on a near-empty softball field Sunday by Brighton police officers enforcing social distancing rules. He said, "We were having a good time, not near anybody else. The next closest person is at least 15 feet away from me and my daughter at this point." Police arrived, told everyone to leave the park. It was closed. He told the officers that he was familiar with the posted rules and believed that he and his family were in compliance and practicing proper social distancing. He said he refused to provide his identification when officers asked for it because he had not broken any law. Officers handcuffed him and placed him in a patrol car for about 10 to 15 minutes while they phoned a supervisor for guidance. If he didn't already have the Rona, the back of a police car is the dirtiest place you can put someone. What's that? This just in, guys. We have footage of the guy who got arrested at the park that was taken today. I'm rich, bitch! Because everyone in Italy is quarantined, the natural wildlife has returned to the water and forest. We are the virus. Did you guys know that I talked about the Tiger King before it was cool? A year ago, I made a video talking about Joe Exotic being arrested. It got over 1 million views. I'll put a link to that one in the description in the comments below. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I just found a bunch of cool shit I wanted to share with you guys. Sorry if some of it's not police related. Sorry if no one's getting murdered in it. Baby alligator found with drugs and guns in Florida arrest. That gator's a straight G, man. What has Florida men been teaching their wildlife? Comments. Will the gator be tried as an adult? Or, that's the thing with living in Florida, you're rarely actually surprised by these types of things. As yet, these are only allegations. Damn, man, other gators told him to quit being so active. He just kept saying he was gonna cash out. Cold-blooded for real. Also defied shelter in creek order. This is bad. Oh my God, this is the best picture I've ever seen. Holy shit, that's Florida's Harold fucking Baskins, I'm sure. Is this the El Champo story? I guess you can say he was busted by some investigators. Gator need his gat. Driver caught doing 130 miles an hour claims he was trying to avoid catching the Rona. There was a post on the Protect and Serve subreddit, and it said, guys, make sure you're disinfecting all your equipment. This is the video that was posted with it. You see that? Important. Make sure you disinfect your guns for safety. Also on the Protect and Serve subreddit, I found a video of a badass cop in Mexico. Check this out. This cop right here is not wearing any kind of safety equipment. He's on the bridge rail with the guy who's wanting to jump off and go splat. Another officer comes up and grabs his belt, and he's like, nah, fuck that. Being safe is for pussies. What a fucking G. There's so many G's in this recap. Do you know how hard it is to find a skit by a police officer that isn't the cringiest thing in the world? I finally found a police officer TikTok video that isn't the cringiest thing in the world.
Are you serious? Ugh. Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Officer Lackey, thank you for that gold. Last story of the day, burn patients clog precious ICU beds thanks to home cooking spike. Guys, Rona people need them beds, okay? And if you want to learn how to cook, then you can come on over to my cooking stream that's going to be on right after this video is released. I'm on episode 18 of Rona Cooking. I'm going to edit them all, put them on my vlog channel, and guess what? I'm making a cookbook. It's going to have all sorts of cool stuff in it and some stories about my life. It's going to be kind of like Babish's book, if you guys have read that one. In other news, the 5.0 Space Ranger shop deck is out. This is going to be 5.0 Skate Shop's first non-collaboration deck. Like our first official shop deck that we haven't worked with another company on. My artist, Emma, has completely outdone herself with this art. If you do come over to my Twitch stream, remember you can subscribe to me for free over there if you have an Amazon Prime account. Won't cost you anything, and it hooks me up with a couple dollars to help support the channel. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. Please keep practicing social distancing and washing your hands and your dirty cracks. That's what my grandpa used to say to me. You guys want to hear a story while I'm here? His old agency has a policy in place now where you can't throw rocks at suspects because he was chasing a guy on some railroad tracks and he threw a rock at him and hit him in the back of the head and knocked him out. So yeah. Okay, there's my little story for the day. Those are the stories that are gonna be in my cookbook. Little stories like that. Everybody, this is Donut. Please have a fantastic day.
Great wow.